Hey, welcome to this four-part series on the affordability index in the Twin Cities. In today's video, we're going to answer two questions. What is the affordability index and how do we calculate it? My name's Travis Anderson, your local real estate expert. Let's dive in. So what is the affordability index? The affordability index is essentially our ability as a society to qualify for mortgages in any particular area. And so the higher the number, the greater our ability to qualify for a mortgage. More specifically, if the number is 2.0, that means that our income is exactly 2 times larger than what we would need to qualify for the median home in any given market. Let's take a look at how we calculate the affordability index. The first thing we need to look at is home prices. Take a look at this graph right here. This is a graph of the median home prices in the Twin Cities over the last 20 years. As you can see, we started around 225,000. We bottomed out in December, of 2011. And in January of 2012, we started to see an improvement in our market, a recovery after the Great Recession is a better way to put it. And then we appreciated fairly steadily into COVID. And then once COVID hit, we actually had sort of a steeper appreciation. And then it flattened out a little bit again to where we are right now, where the median home price in the Twin Cities is just below 400,000. The average home price is actually above 400,000. It's right around 425,000. But in order to calculate the affordability index, we use the median home prices. The second thing we need to look at are interest rates. Take a look at this graph. Now, as you can see, 20 years ago, the interest rate was just around 6%. It went up before the Great Recession to just below 7%. And then while we were in the middle of the Great Recession, we saw interest rates come way down. We were trying to create demand in our market. And then we bottomed out again in December of 2011. And then this is 2012 where we had the recovery. It bounced right back up. And then you can see we were sort of hovering around 4% until just before 2020. We came down below 4%, got a little bit below 3% even. And then after COVID or during the middle of COVID, you can see this steep incline in interest rates to where we are today, where we're hovering just below 7%. If you take those two factors, you take the median home price and then the interest rate, that's going to give you a monthly payment based on 20% down or 5% down or what have you. And that's going to give you your cost of owning real estate, right? You've got the sticker price, you've got the interest rate, and your monthly payment is really your cost of ownership. And so that the affordability index takes that monthly payment and tells us what that cost is relative to our income. And that's what the third graph is we look at the median income in any given market. Now, in the Twin Cities, 20 years ago, we were just over $80,000. We had to start a sharp decline here during the Great Depression. And then we saw a recovery in income actually before the recovery in home prices. You can see about a year before we started to see a recovery in income. And then that recovery took place all of the way through the beginning of COVID. We saw this kind of up and down until where we are right now. We're at median household income in the Twin Cities is $87,000. So when you take those three graphs, you take the home prices, the interest rate, and the median income, that's going to give us three numbers that we can put into a spreadsheet, and then we can calculate the affordability index. In other words, we can calculate how easy it is to qualify for the median home. And so this is the spreadsheet that we use to calculate that. And then here is the affordability index over the last 20 years. 20 years ago, we were slightly above 1.5 in the affordability index. Again, what that means is the median income was 1.5 times more than what was needed to buy the median house. Let me say it a different way. If the median income at the time were $75,000, then you only needed $50,000 to qualify for the median house. In other words, the median income at $75,000 is 1.5 times greater than the median income needed to buy a house, which would have been $50,000. So that's how we calculate this. Now you can see as we got into the Great Recession and we bottomed out again in December of 2011, you can see that would be the peak here, right? We're looking at 2.5 times income. Essentially, the median income in December of 2011, that median family's income could have bought 2 houses comfortably and then had half their income as expenditure overage. People could have bought in 2012, people could have bought 2 homes comfortably. Okay. And then we see it kind of come down here and get closer to 1.5 Again, we went up during COVID slightly, and then we've been coming down ever since. And then now we're starting to see a little bit of recovery as we come below 1.0. So that's what we're going to talk about over the next couple of days, because now we're hovering around 1.0, which means the median income in the Twin Cities at 87,000 is actually just below what is needed to qualify for the median home. The median income needed to qualify for a home is about 91,000. So we're just below, as a society in the Twin Cities, what is needed to qualify for the median home. Hey, if you'd like more information, shoot me a call, shoot me a text, hit me up in the comment section. And in the next couple of videos, we're going to look a little bit deeper into the affordability index and how it might predict prices moving forward. My name is Travis Anderson. Again, as always, all my best to you and yours.